What's up, San Antonio? Are you needing to get your bookkeeping and your tax services done? Then head on over to JD & Associates LLC Bookkeeping and Tax Services. You can find JD & Associates LLC Bookkeeping and Tax Services on Facebook and on Instagram. So now, it's tax season, baby. So make sure that you head on over to JD & Associates LLC Bookkeeping and Tax Services. Don't head on over to La Vecina, who's only got one eye, y la pata chueca, and she can't even remember her own name. She's gonna remember your name to do your taxes. So guys, please head on over to JD & Associates LLC Bookkeeping and Tax Services. They are located at 4702 West Avenue, number 8, San Antonio, Texas, zip code 78213. You can call them up at 210-816-0357. Again, JD & Associates LLC Bookkeeping and Tax Services, an official sponsor for DeLoco Podcast.
Estás escuchando DeLoco Podcast.
A ver, María, mueve la micrófono más como to your... Oye, ando dyslexic para la right. Muévela para la right.
Wait, you went to your
Ahí está. Ah, canijo, lo moviste para la left.
There?
No, más para allá. Ahí está, perfect. It's because the mic was like blocking your face a little bit too much. Okay, just a little bit. So, all right. You ladies ready?
Yes. Yep.
All right, perfect. Thank you again for coming. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming. I really do appreciate that. So it's going to be a bit different. I'm doing the controls today. So if you see me going up and down, you can tell it's because I'm doing the controls here. So we've already started recording.
Okay.
So
nice.
Don't fear. Don't worry. There's no right or wrong answers, right? We're here to find out more about Maria and Manola. We're here to find out about you ladies. So don't get nervous. It's about you ladies today, right? So that's what we're doing. So guys, welcome back to DeLoco Podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Today is episode number 63. We're at the big 63. Thank you guys for tuning in today. You can listen to DeLoco Podcast on iHeartRadio Podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and as well as you want to head on over to YouTube. Please, guys, subscribe to DeLoco Podcast. You can't miss it. You can't miss El Papi Chulazo that's on the YouTube banner. You guys want to please subscribe, hit the little campanita, and please subscribe to DeLoco Podcast. I appreciate you guys for tuning in today. Thank you to Maria and thank you to Manola. Thank you, ladies, for joining me this evening. For those of you that are listening in, it is Friday today, so we're going to do a little Doctor Strange. We're recording on a Thursday, but this will be released next Friday. So I know right now you girls are, what, 1 + 1, 2, 3? No, but we like to do that here, right? Doctor Strange thing here. So thank you again for coming in. So Maria and Manola, I reached out to them because before I continue, I want to give a shout out to the boys at 8 Ball Coffee. Right here, you got it right here. Shout out to them. So shout out to the 8 Ball Coffee guys, and they just finished doing getting their shop and whatnot, and they've been doing some big things. We did some big collaborations as well. But while I was doing the collaboration, I saw this nice mural inside El Bañecito, right? I was taking care of my business, and I looked up. I said, oh, wow, look at that. Que bonita, wow. I started looking, and then I saw the tag on the bottom. I was like, oh, man. I started getting on Instagram right away. I was like, oh, man. Then I got out, I asked the guys. I was like, hey, who did it? Like, oh, bro, yeah, look, check them out. Like, they've been doing some stuff. So I know I reached out to you ladies, and we're going to do something here pretty soon. You guys are going to be designing a shirt for DeLoco Podcast. So hopefully we get to do that, which it's looking like we're going to do that. So hopefully we can see what it's going to be. I gave them the theme of what I'm wanting it to kind of be based off, so you can see here what I was talking about. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff in here, right? So and then before I continue, give a shout out to Nick Wade and Maybe It's Me podcast, who gave us right there this poster right here. Tortillas, tamales, carnitas, menudo, blood in, blood out, baby. So I appreciate it so very much. But thank you again for tuning in, and thank you, ladies, for joining us. So again, the question here that I was asking you ladies right now, y'all just came in. We started to be chismeando, if you want to say, right? No más faltó los hot Cheetos con cheese, pero yeah, it is what it is, right? So, but so just figuring, you ladies are sisters, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So who is the oldest?
I am.
You are.
I am.
By how many years?
2.
2 years.
2 years.
You don't have to say your age. It's okay. Don't do that. You know, I know.
No, I'm not.
I know how that can be, right? So, but I know right now we're talking just a little bit of how you ladies got into that. But tell me, like, how did this begin for you? Like, was it just an itch? Because a lot of people, they're in a career that they weren't even going towards. It ended up, they got, you know, if you want to say inspired by somebody else, and then their career path just split open and went another direction. So is that the same case, or you ladies always like to draw, or whatever the case is?
That's very true in my case. I was always, in my mind, I wanted to write and do movies. So I wanted to study communications. And my sister has always been the one that's been in art. So even like forever, as far as I can remember, she's always drawn and done art at school. She was in the SACE program in high school. And her focus has always been an art path.
Yeah.
One of our brothers has always drawn as well. So I think at home, it was never you never shied away from being creative.
Yeah.
And I always like drew, but my mind was like, oh no, art's Maria's thing. So at SAC, I took 1 year where I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to take classes I want to take. Because I had kind of like hit a little bit of a lull, and I was like, the classes I have to sign up for are either dropped because there's not enough people, or they're like full.
It was really weird how it actually happened. Just
Yeah.
like they kept something kept happening where like she just couldn't do it and she couldn't do it.
I couldn't sign in, and I was just like, I'm trying to go forward here. So then 1 year I was just like, you know what, forget it. I'm going to do a full semester of just stuff I want to take.
Yeah.
Like creative writing. And I took an acting class. I took like storytelling for kids.
Oh, okay.
And then I had like one class left. And Maria, at that time, she was like, bro, take this class with me.
I was nervous. Okay, so the infamous story. I was getting ready to take a drawing class.
Yeah.
And at one point when they're telling us the syllabus and they're breaking down the course of what's going to happen, the instructor said, and we're going to have a live model. And I was like, cool, it's whatever. And they're like, and it's going to be a nude model. And I was like, I was like, wait a minute.
Estaba chiquita. She was young. So
Yeah,
she was
I
like,
was nervous. I was like, seeing a naked person in a group setting, I'm like, to my first time.
Yeah.
See. And so I kind of pulled the professor aside and I go, is it possible for me to maybe not do this section of the course? And she goes, no, because it's part of the curriculum. You're learning how to draw a live figure. And I go, okay. And I was like, the only person that I know that's going to be down with me is going to be Manola.
Yeah.
We also happen to be, going to the school at the same time. And I was like, Andale, Manola, come with me, because I'm not by myself, I'm not.
And I was just like, yeah, bet, let's go, let's do this.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I'd always liked drawing, and I always did sketch myself.
Okay.
So I think I was inspired by like her and by my brother. I mean, I feel like even our younger brother was into music, so everyone's kind of creative at the house.
Okay.
And I was just like, yeah, let's go for it. And I took that drawing class with her, and I loved it. Like,
that's awesome.
I loved it. And the professors, and my favorite section was the live drawing. I was like, I love this. Where's the next naked person?
Yeah.
But because it's really fun to like sort of like study and draw.
Yeah, study and draw. Yeah.
So the professors were like really encouraging, and they were like, you should keep this up, take another class. And from there, that's where I was just like, okay, I would go that way. And Maria and I just like finished at SAC.
Okay.
And then from SAC, we went to UT Austin to finish up our bachelor's.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So then when y'all made that transition and then y'all decided to do that, growing up in a Hispanic household, ¿qué dijeron los padres? Like, were your parents for it? Or were they like, mijo, or mija, por favor, mija, ¿cómo?
You know what?
¿Cómo van a andar dibujando y te van a dar dinero?
Yeah.
Right? Like,
How are you
oh,
gonna make
that's
this happen?
cute.
Yeah.
You know what? Thankfully, no. Our parents never discouraged us, because our mom would always tell us, my career was chosen by my mom.
Oh, okay.
She says, vas a ser maestra, and that's it. Right? And so because my mom had that experience, she's like, I don't want that for you girls. So go ahead and do it, but do it the right way. And so when we were looking actually into universities, we fell back on UT Austin. And I mean, from there, like it kind of, it really helped. I mean, if anything, SAC really prepared us. And so us going to UT, it felt like we were
like everything fit.
more than prepared.
Everything
Yeah,
fit.
more than prepared. Yeah, because
Okay.
I know a lot of people sometimes are like, oh, community college, but we had the best experience at SAC. We had like some really awesome art instructors. I feel like we've always been very blessed with the right professors.
Okay.
And it's those professors that are like, they're tough, but they're there to make you better. So I think we got like really good professors at that time in SAC that sort of really got us ready for like a bigger university. And our parents were like, well, hey, if this is what you want to do, they've, like Maria says, they've never been discouraging towards us. I feel like any Hispanic parent,
Oh, yeah.
they're going to be a little bit like, híjole, and what if it doesn't work out?
Yeah.
Right? But it was never like, I feel like one time my mom was like, are you sure you don't want to do nursing? And I was like, what? Where's this coming from?
Yeah.
But I think once we'd chosen art, I was like, we're going to make it happen because we're going to make it happen. Like there wasn't like a easy no. Like, no, like you gotta do it.
Yeah.
You know, for me, there wasn't like another option. And even if there was another option, it would always have to be like something creative. Because I feel like that's what fills me.
Okay, perfect. So next question that I'm going to get into. So since y'all have already decided, back then y'all were already deciding this is what you're going to do. Let's say they didn't work out. And you didn't like, though there's nudo or there's nuda, whatever, right? And you said, you know what, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Was there a plan B for y'all? Like both of you together? Because the way it's sounding to me, both of you together are like the way I put the title M&Ms. Both of you can't be apart from one another. So was there another path that maybe y'all were thinking about? Like, okay, look, if it doesn't work, manita, mira, we're going to go over here. If it's still like almost I said, like, did y'all think that way? Or was y'all's minds already just set, this is what we're going to do? And if it doesn't work out, pues ni modo, we'll just figure it out from there.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we ever were like, we can do something else.
No, I mean, if anything, for me, I would say probably just baking.
Baking?
Going into baking.
Yeah.
So you know how to bake too?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yes.
And I still think like it's one of those things where I'm like, yo, if in the future that's what something you want to like explore, go for it.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like a lot of people put themselves in a little box and they're like, I got to do this thing for the rest of my life. And it's like, no, like life is long. Do something, enjoy it, do your best at it. And
Yeah.
if then you see like, hey, but I want to do this, do it.
Yeah, do it.
You know, why not? I don't know. For me, like I said, I think I'd always liked writing.
Writing.
Yeah, I've always liked writing, and I used to want to make like the next Harry Potter.
Harry Potter?
I always tell
Really?
them like I can make the next Harry Potter. There's still time, you know. Who knows?
There's still time. Yeah, there's still time.
I still sit down and like write the next, but like the Latino version.
Yeah, you go. The Latino version.
Yeah.
The chismosa version, if you want to say, right?
Yeah,
There you go.
A little bit of
People
spice.
will eat it up.
Yeah, they'll eat it up. You know, it'll be a whole buffet in that book. You know what I mean? Jeez. Okay, so then this is what y'all originally, this was it for you. Like,
Yeah.
it's now or never. And if it doesn't work, pues,
We'll make it work.
ni modo, I'll
Yeah.
make it work.
Yeah.
I'll try to
Yeah.
figure it out.
It's gonna work.
I'll do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
definitely.
So this is something that you ladies do full time, or is this something you
Yes.
do part time?
It's something we do full time.
Full time.
But since it's something we do full time, I think we also don't leave ourselves just to do one thing.
Okay.
So like when we first started at DeLoco Studios,
Okay.
it wasn't just like we came in as like an extra little group. DeLoco Studios was like a printmaking studio
Okay.
with Harvey Mireles. Yes. I sometimes space on names.
Yeah.
I know Harvey's name is just his last name. Sometimes I was like, what was the last name?
No, you're
But
fine. You're fine.
Harvey used to have La Printeria,
Okay.
which was a screen printing studio where he taught classes to like underprivileged kiddos. And he opened up Lavaco Studios as kind of like a second location.
Yeah.
And when Maria and I came in, he was in partnership with another set of sisters, and they were running a boutique, Hermanitas Boutique.
Hermanitas Boutique.
Yeah. And so they would set up, they were more in charge at that time because Harvey was focusing on.
Oh,
media.
okay.
So Hermanitas
Y'all have all the chisme. Wow, that's good. I should have brought popcorn or algo, ¿verdad?
I'm like, this is gonna be a 2-hour podcast.
What can we talk about?
What can we talk about? You know what I mean?
Right? But
lot.
Hermanitas would put together a market.
Oh, okay.
Right? So they that was when I would tell Maria, like, yo, we have a whole bunch of art, let's go sell our art to start off. So we got to meet them, and they needed printmaking teachers in the studio because the things were there. And I had focused in printmaking towards the end of being at UT, and I was like, I can teach some classes. And we went, I think maybe like 2019, we were like, okay, yeah, we'll be a part of this studio. And then...
Which was so weird because I was super nervous about it.
I feel like we trade off. Like whenever I'm like, I want to take a step back, she's like, no, let's go for it.
Let's go in. Yeah,
And then like
do it.
vice versa. So then we taught screen printing, and we started to make prints. And we would keep doing markets and selling our art and do classes there.
Okay.
So then we moved in to that space, and then COVID happened.
Oh, yeah.
And when COVID happened, during that time, I think Harvey had decided, like, yo, I'm going to retire. And so he sort of stepped out of the studio. The girls, too, from Hermanitas Boutique, were kind of like, yo, we have to take a different approach. So they also went a separate way. And me and Maria were like, we'll make this happen.
Yeah, we'll make it
this
happen.
work. Thankfully, we had another partner in the studio, and she used to do balloon installations, and we would help her out sometimes. So I think it's not keeping yourself to like, oh, I'm only gonna do this
Specifically, yeah.
Especially if it's like a full-time thing in the arts or in the creative field.
Yeah.
You got to be open to maybe teaching classes, doing some extra work on the side. Because at the beginning, it's tough. You're
Yeah,
like,
it is tough, yeah.
Nobody knows us yet. We don't have like a huge portfolio to show people. So it's kind of building up that portfolio for people to look at.
Yeah.
And then we were like, we'd always wanted to do murals. Like that was a big thing. I would always like drive around and tell Maria, dude, a mural would look super cool here. Dude, a mural would look super cool here.
And even like kind of like going into that direction of mural making, it was kind of, I don't know how the hell we even ended up going in that way, right? But yeah, you see the art, but also like when we would drive around and look at what the city had to offer, it was just all stuck on the west side, and I was like, this is awesome, this is great, but bring it out.
Bring it out,
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
And thankfully, we kind of, I don't even know how we became friends with Czech Vega and Burgundy Woods and Soup Laws, because honestly, I can't tell you even how.
I know.
So y'all are friends with Soup Laws?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's so.
That guy's
like,
a beast, man.
dude,
He's
so
crazy
nice.
good.
And he's so kind, and like he's always willing to share knowledge.
Nice.
So I was like, girls, this and that, from like the most random thing where it's like, this soup recipe. We're like, oh yeah. No, because he likes to cook too.
Oh wow.
So I'm like, that's cool. But they had so Czech Vega and Soup and Burgundy have Czech started San Antonio Street Art Initiative.
Okay.
So that is basically like a program to get more muralists into San Antonio. Or from San Antonio, to get more of their art out there. And so I had seen that he had a phase 1, and he got a whole bunch of cool artists.
Okay, and I remember. Yes.
To do the columns under the St. Mary's Bridge.
Okay. Yeah, the
Right?
columns. Yeah.
So that was like phase 1. He like got a whole bunch of artists, and they had a huge event. And again, it was at that time when we were doing a lot of markets. And I was like, dude, let's try and get in and do a market with them. Yeah. And at that point to us, they were kind of like, I don't know, untouchable. They seemed like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
you know,
dang.
when-
Yeah,
you
I
know-
get you. Yeah, I
you
get
know,
you. Yeah.
You have this like, they're like the big leagues.
Yeah, they're the big leagues. Yeah.
Yes.
And I remember we were kind of like shy to sort of like initiate anything. And what I ended up doing was they had a call for artists.
Okay.
So I applied.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's always one of those things where you're like, I got to do stuff. I got to put myself out there. You got to like,
Yeah.
you know, talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
And so I remember we applied for their call, and out of nowhere, like a year later, like Berg gives us a call like, hey, we saw that you guys signed up. We have the second,
Phase 2 coming up.
phase 2 coming up.
Oh,
and we would like
nice.
for you guys to be a part of that. And we were like, yeah, of course.
Yeah, we were already planning. We're already planning to come. Get right.
Yeah, right. I was gonna give you a call.
Yeah, I was supposed to call, pero sabes que I've been so busy, murals para acá y el otro lado, so lo que.
Super busy. So no, we were able to do that first mural with them, and that was our first mural.
Nice.
And again, I think we've been very like blessed to be surrounded with people who like are willing to teach you.
Yeah.
And who are really good mentors, and they have been so awesome when it comes to like that part of our sort of career where we've gotten into murals.
Yeah.
They were like the best people to sort of run into, because they've always just like, so this is what we're gonna do. And after that, we did a really big project with them over at the Ramirez Park.
Oh, Ramirez.
On Zarzamora.
That's my hood right there, baby. That's my hood right there.
We're right there. The murals that went up with the little boy on the swing, and then
Really?
yeah.
Y'all did that?
That was us.
No way.
Yeah. Well, that was us, and
Nah, y'all did it. I'm gonna take a picture now. I'm gonna be like, look what they did.
Right? And I like this.
no, it was one more artist, Adriana Garcia, who's a badass. She's such a good artist. So it was the three of us that worked on both sides.
Both sides.
Yeah, but it was with their guidance, like, because it was a project that they had.
Oh, okay.
So they brought us in as artists, and they sort of walked us through like the steps of it.
Nice.
So I thought that was like, again, it's like the best sort of situation to fall in.
To fall in, yeah.
Because you're like, this was great. And now we can say they're friends.
They're friends,
They're
yeah.
awesome.
Okay,
They're
yeah.
great.
Dang, that's good. And I think it's good in a way. Like, I totally agree with what you're saying. Like putting yourselves more out there, right? Taking that little leap of faith, right? It's like, again, like I was telling y'all just asked me, like, how long have you been? I've been at it since 2021. It's just, should have been in 2020, but, I started to, and then I started to get.
second guess yourself.
So you start second guessing.
Yeah.
And then after that, took a break, and then we moved to a local coffee shop that was downtown. They're not there no more.
Yeah.
Which was Cafe Azteca.
Yeah.
They were there before, and we were doing our videos there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we were doing it there. So it's all full circle. We did them there, and then we took a break from that because we were transitioning from here to Utah. So now they're in Utah. So we took a break. But then also, too, I had to, like, I would never reach out. I would never do anything. And finally, I had to, sit down. Shout out to my boy Hector Gines and some other friends of mine. And they're like, bro, you just got to put yourself out there. Like, we'll help you. Like, you have the potential to be something huge. Like, you're thinking like so small.
yes.
And that's what I was thinking, like, oh, I'm so small. And like, I'm super glad to say, right, shout out to my sponsor, JD and Associates LLC. Bookkeeping and Tax Services. Shout out to JD Campos, man. He's such a good friend, and he believes in the podcast, and he's one of my sponsors, which, by the way, we're looking for more sponsors. So if you want to be a sponsor for the podcast, hit me up. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. But yeah, it's I like what you said, that don't stay in your lane, right in your little square, because that's what some of us, we tend to stay there, and then we never move. You don't go up.
You don't.
Yeah, you don't go above. Like, you don't do anything anymore. So, and it's just like that. If you want to say that interaction and the you talking to this person, you know that person, and then you found this person, and then that person takes you to that person. It's like
no, really.
that's all it is. And once you do that, like you're like, man, how did I get in this circle? Like this is so wild to me how I'm in this circle right now.
Yeah, we've had several occasions where we're like, how did we get here? Because it's the wildest thing. And you think, oh, I don't like when people say, oh, it's luck. And you're like, no, like
it's not luck. Yeah.
To get myself to that market.
Yeah, exactly.
That led me to meeting this person, to meeting that person, which offered me a job, and we did that job, and then they saw me. And it's just remembering, like, yo, like, you're putting in the work. Also remember to be like, you deserve this because you've worked so hard for it.
Yeah.
And that's when you start to sort of like, no, I do deserve to be here. I'm putting in all the hours. I'm putting in all the work, all the, all this like sleepless nights where you're thinking about like designs and stuff.
Yeah.
So you're like, I deserve to be here, but I put myself in those situations that led me to this.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. And to your point there, I think that's why too, I reached out to y'all to help me make a design, right? So all the shirts that I have that are online, I design every shirt. I design every shirt. That's something else that people don't know. Like, I know how to design. Like, I know how to do those things like that. Yeah. Another avenue that I'm doing right now that is going to change is I also know how to make beats.
Nice.
So September 1st will be my first, if you want to say, like little mini album of instrumentals. So you guys want to stay tuned for that. You can follow me on Spotify at Gilbert DeLoco under there. So there's a lot of things like I want people to find out. Like, there's so many talented people, and I'm fortunate enough to say God's blessed me with many talents, right? Taking pictures, making beats, doing the podcast. I'm a drummer also for my church as well. So it's like, you got to have your hands in everything, Maurita. You got to put your hands in the masa. Don't just stare at it and make the tortilla. You got to put your hands in there and you mold it and shape it up. You know what I mean? So, but kudos to y'all for doing that. You guys are not just staying in one lane and doing that. That's crazy. Yeah, I think y'all should take that up. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to give you a name right at the M&M Cooking Club or something. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? But the stuff I've seen on y'all's page is ridiculous. Like, I don't know how y'all can picture that in y'all's mind. Like, that's why any artist, like, man, kudos to all the artists. Kudos to you ladies. Because for you to sit there and for you to picture it and then draw it out and then bring it from like a little 4x6 little paper that you maybe ripped off of somewhere, and then now you put it on this big old canvas, like, and you're there like, I mean, like, I don't even know. Like, I can't even draw C perfectly in the lines. Like,
that's all right. You just gotta squint your eyes, and it's perfect to you.
You gotta squint your eyes a little bit. Yeah. So I don't know how y'all do that, but kudos to y'all. You ladies have some amazing artwork, and I've seen some of the collabs that y'all have done too as well. Y'all have had some crazy collabs, which is crazy good. Yeah. And I can't wait. I can't wait for the design that you ladies are going to pull off for us. So those of you guys that are listening, Manola and Maria are going to be designing a DeLoco podcast t-shirt. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. These probably shirts, I probably won't sell them online. I'll probably sell them here locally, since you ladies are here locally. Yeah. And we'll see what we can do. And maybe the boys back there in the shop, at the coffee shop, can have the shirts there. Yeah. And you can go purchase a shirt there at the shop. I don't know. How did y'all even meet them? Like, did they reach out to y'all, or y'all bumped into them? Or
no, funny enough.
So at the studio, their first location was their truck.
Yeah, their truck.
It was their coffee truck.
Yeah.
So their truck was located right behind our studio.
They were in the parking spot.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So our studio is like that green building. So
no way. Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
What the heck?
So we share the building with the Artisan, which is like a boutique. So we're right next to them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So every time we would come in the mornings, I'd be like, there's the coffee.
Yeah, there's the coffee.
Yeah. So that's how we got to meet them. Yeah, it became a problem.
Yeah, it became a problem. Yeah, they have really good coffee.
Really good.
Good. I know a lot of people are like, yeah, but it's like, those are my boys, man. They got really good coffee. They really do.
Listen, we went through a stint where we went through like to as many coffee places as we could hit up. Yeah. And they always were in our top 5. Yeah. All the time. I'm like, no, they haven't been knocked down from the top. Just because we really
they're good. And look, I'm not knocking anybody. I'm not knocking any local coffee shops here in San Antonio. No, I'm not doing that. Kudos to you guys too, but A-ball, baby. A-ball, baby. Those are the guys right there. Those guys are ridiculous. They're so good.
Yeah, no, they really,
Really
are.
good.
Yeah.
Really, really good. So, okay, perfect. Looks like right now, okay, perfect. We're already going to be here on time. So, right now we're going to go to a quick commercial break.
Okay.
And then we'll come back and we're going to do a fun little segment with you ladies that I think you'll enjoy called Red Flags. So we'll see what you think about that. And give me your honest opinion, right? So, again, we'll be back with Maria and Manola right after this short commercial break. Hey, what's up, guys? Our friends at Hovey still have some summer bundles, fire bundles, that is, baby. They've got some wormy worms, some ringy dings, you know what I'm saying? They've got the chamoy watermelon rings, peach rings, they got, you name it, pica slices, mango, elote. They got all kinds of rings. They have every bundle that you can think of. Visit hovey.usa.com or visit Hovey USA on Instagram. So, this is what we're going to do. So, I don't want you to be scared or nervous about, I know right now ya looked at me con los ojos bien abiertos, like red flags. ¿Qué significa eso?
I gotta go.
What is that? Hey, ¿sabes qué? We got to take off. We got to go do some baking right now.
Yeah.
No, but what we're going to do here, shout out to Angela, right, who is... she's here locally here in San Antonio as well. And we did red flags with her. And it's only right. We have two ladies here. So we're going to do some red flags with the ladies, right? So, guys, you guys are listening or you guys that are watching, you guys can, put your 2 cents in or put your little chismosos opinions in as well. Mm-hmm. But this is going to be red flags with Maria and Manola. Okay, perfect. First one. Red flag. He has an Edgar haircut. Is that a red flag? Or is that, yeah, no me importa?
It depends on the person.
What do y'all think?
Personally, it's like, hey, friend.
What's up,
You know
buddy?
what I mean?
Hey,
What up,
buddy,
buddy?
pal?
What up?
What's up,
All right
buddy?
here, bud.
I don't know. Se me hace de los like youngsters already too, you know?
¿Verdad?
Like it's like middle school-ish. So red flag.
So red flag, right? Imagínate.
Yeah.
You have ya hombrecito, ya tiene carro, ya tiene casa, y ya tiene 38 años y todavía con la Edgar haircut.
No.
How am I gonna show him to my grandpa?
No,
No.
man.
Can you imagine your
Can you
grandpa?
imagine my cousins? They'll be laughing at me. Put me to the side. Mary, don't do that shit,
Mary,
bro.
don't do that, Mary. Mary. You have your nephew and you say, hey, ¿qué pasó, compa?
right.
What's up?
Right there, be like, what is it? That's a no for me.
Yeah, that's a no for you. Okay, perfect. That's a red flag. That's a big red flag. Okay, so guys, Edgar haircuts. We have a lot of Edgar haircuts here in San Antonio. So all those Edgars, cálmase. Cálmense, por favor, con ese Edgar haircut. All right, second one. This one, I don't know how you're going to feel because this goes towards women, and it's a huge one. You see it all over TikTok. You see it all over Instagram. Mm-hmm. When she doesn't make you lonche, is that a red flag or not? Red flag or not?
Listen, if you're willing to make her lunch too,
There you go.
then you go.
There you go.
Mira, then we can be like,
If she's up at 4, you better be too.
you know?
I've seen those videos where like those girls they'll turn it into como ASMR, and they'll like record their camera or their clock is son las 3 de la mañana y ahorita tengo que hacer Pablo unos tortillas de harina, and then it goes to the kitchen and ahorita voy a hacer unos huevos estrellados y que yeah, and then you just hear y luego ya son las 5 de la mañana y ya falta 30 minutos para Panchito para levantarse.
Oh, that pissed me off.
Oh man, I'm just looking at those videos like, You didn't go to sleep because you're thinking about, man, how many views am I going to get with this video?
Yeah, dude. Yes. 3 de la mañana. I'm
Who,
like, bro.
be honest, what ladies that are listening, what lady is going to be so, enthusiastic about making Panchito huevos estrellados
At
en
3 in the morning.
3 in the morning, unos tortillas de harina hecho a mano? Come on. Come on.
I mean, it sounds good. It sounds good.
It sounds good. And then there's those other videos where it shows like the girls, me levanté a las 3 y me acosté. And it's like, what? And then it goes, Panchito llevó un maruchan con agua y un... It's like, wow, okay. The other thing is the complete opposite. Me levanté a las 3 y luego me acosté como 5 minutes. Like, how come Panchito levantó con puro maruchan allá adentro.
Hey, that's the lunch
what
of
you
champions
got.
right there.
So it's not a red flag.
From a woman who won't do it,
Who won't do it?
I don't think it's a red flag. Like
No.
I said, you go into it knowing, like,
Well,
ella sí me va a hacer, o ella no me va a hacer. Like, you know what
That's
I mean?
that's the
You know
thing.
what I
That's the
mean?
thing. So fellas, if you were dating before and you already know she was already telling you ahead of time, mira, yo quiero casar contigo, but just know there ain't gonna be no huevitos estrellados in the morning, okay?
I
So
ain't getting up
prepárate,
early
papa.
about
She's
Prepárate.
telling you, I don't do mornings.
Yeah, if she says you don't do mornings,
Yeah, she's like, we'll meal prep.
ya, ahí está. Ya te fregaste, ya. Ya te fregaste. You should know already going in. Like, you know, going in, hey, you know what? Don't even expect to wake up and, oh, man, it smells good. You expect to wake up and be like, nah, hombre, está dormida. Okay, so perfect. So it's not a red flag. For those that are listening in or those that are watching, if you think it's a red flag, comment below, or maybe you can I'm going to put a poll up for that question, and we'll see how many we can get right. We can see what's going to happen there. So, all right, next one is going to be when he goes out with the guys more than you. Is that a red flag or no? Now, I get that there's time for the boys. I get that, right?
Yeah.
Pero if he's going out more with them than rather taking you out,
Look, I get the because I'm the type of person who gets like sofocada, so I'm like,
Yeah.
Go out.
go ahead.
But
Quítate chicle.
Quítate chicle. Yeah. So I'm like, no, you go out, do your thing. But like when it gets to a point where you're like having to beg a person to be like,
Oof.
so you're gonna come. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
There's her ahí dices, do you value my time? You know, or spending time with me? Ahí está. That's a red flag. When the person won't like take that into
We'll take it.
consideration.
So, hombrecitos, please.
Yeah.
Don't be going out with the boys a little bit. Por favor, haga caso a su mujer, por favor.
Like I said,
Ponte
just
las
like
pilas.
He just sounds like a homeboy at the house that shows
That's
up every
true.
once in a while.
Ah, canijo.
It's like it's cool. Go hang out with your boys, but like, how do they say it? Nada con exceso, todo con medida. Right? Where it's like, you do it excessively, then you're gonna lose your girl.
Yeah, you're going to lose your girl, big dog.
You're gonna lose your
What do you expect? Like,
Yeah.
no andas ahí chillando que I don't get it.
But I like you.
But I like you. I love you, Maria. Salte, órale. Ya te fregaste, órale, vámonos. Okay, so red flag. Sombrecitos red flag, okay? Don't be doing that, okay? Make sure you take your lady out, okay?
Yeah.
Next, so this is for the fellas. This has something to do with the ladies. If a lady gets mad and she gives you the silent treatment, is that a red flag?
Oh, I do this.
I would say yes, because I'm more about communication.
Communication, right?
Yeah. It's like, bro, how are you supposed to know, or how is he supposed to know what's up?
What's up
when
with
you're
you?
not
Yeah.
telling him.
Like, hey, are you okay? You okay? Y luego no dices nada. Y luego, you should have asked me. Oye, pues te estaba preguntando what's going on here.
Yeah. But I mean, I would say yes.
Yes?
Oh, yes.
Maria? Yes?
Coming from the red flag, yes.
Yeah?
It's like, especially if it's like in a relation. Yeah, you're committed. Mira, let's talk.
Yeah, let's talk it out. Yeah, let's talk
talk
it
it
out.
out.
Yeah, let's talk it out.
But some girls like the drama.
They like the drama.
They like to like push it out a little bit.
Oh,
more,
man, they
like,
love it. They love it. Fellas, we got to win right there, baby. We got to win, all right? We got to win. We got to win there. Okay, perfect. So it's a red flag. So ladies, don't give the silent treatment, okay? Let's not do that, okay? Please.
Talk it out. Communication.
Period, okay? Don't do that. Let's communicate. Comunicado, please, okay?
There you go.
Next one. This one, I don't know. The ladies here in San Antonio, especially the Hispanic Latino community, the girls, they might not like this one. When he's a little bit more chismoso than you are. Is that a red flag or not?
But it was like, no.
It's really not.
He brings me all the
He brings me all the chisme.
Yeah, I come from a family where like the uncles know the chisme quicker
Oh,
than the tias.
man.
So I'm like,
Yeah. I don't think
I'm
it's
fine with it.
yeah. If he's willing to share the chisme with you,
there you go.
then you're like, okay, cool.
Cool, I'll take it.
I'll take it.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Y luego?
Yeah,
Espérate,
yeah,
déjame
yeah.
hacer unos palomitos. Espérate.
Hold on.
Yeah. Don't.
So it's good. No red flag. No red flag.
No, I don't think so.
Well, okay, so let me ask you this. So let's just say he's a chismoso, more chismoso than you. Let's say perhaps something happens between the two and you tell him, we're about to enter the house, no vas a decir nada a nadie. I don't want nobody to know.
Oh.
Hey, luego the first thing, hey, did you know of that Maria? ¿Quién sabe?
No, dude, no.
Get
That's
the head out.
Yeah.
Get out. You're walking home.
That can be a problem
That
too.
can be a
If he's too
problem.
chismoso.
Yeah.
It could be because you could
Okay.
tell him, look, don't say anything. We're about to go in. Don't say it. And he's like, Okay. Y luego he goes and he sees the tía and the tía, ¿cómo estás, mijo? No, pues muy bien, pero... ¿Estás seguro, mijo? ¿Estás seguro? Bueno, me acaba de decir María. Oh, ya.
I felt like I was really in there.
Y luego, María, vente, mija, por favor, vente. You already know. As soon as you're, mija, vente, por favor. When you hear the vente, por favor, no, that's it.
Nah,
Okay,
more because he brought your name into it. You're
Yes,
like,
I know.
He threw me under the
bus.
yeah.
He threw me under. Y luego gets worse because now he's standing there while she's asking you like, mija.
Oh, he's fake.
Y luego, escuché de un pajarito. Me dijo ahorita, me acaba de decir un pajarito.
Oh, I hate that.
Esto es lo que está. And then you stare and look at him. You're like, and then he looks at you like, she forced it out of me. I don't know what you want to do.
She read my mind.
She read my mind. I don't know. She probably found out. Y luego after, now you're asking. Now an argument starts because you're like,
There you go.
Yeah.
did you tell my tia? I don't know. She probably found out from somebody else. I don't know. Now the guy's back. Now he's going
Trying
back
to
in his
backtrack.
tracks.
Yeah. No.
So it can be a problem. It can be. So I would say about half of a red flag.
Half of a red flag.
Yes.
Because the girls are gonna benefit, but then they're also gonna
They might, yeah.
they
they
might not
might-
benefit from it.
They might get burned.
They might get burned. Yeah, they might get burned. Whew. No, you don't want that. No. Okay, so it's a half. So you know the little stick that holds the flag, the sticks that they're nomás la puro bandera.
Yeah.
Just a red little flag.
It doesn't move in the wind.
It just doesn't move. Okay, perfect. Okay, next question. She checks your phone on a daily basis.
Ooh, that's a red flag.
Oh.
No.
Red flag.
Yeah.
Now don't get me wrong. They're how can I say this politely to some of the fellas, right? Some of them made their bed, so now they have to lay in it.
That's true.
Okay, so now I understand that.
Yeah.
But then there's other occasions where there's no reason for it,
Yeah.
and they're just like, a ver.
It's how you're saying. It depends on the couple.
The couple, yeah.
Yeah.
Like if there's a reason for it, pues pobrecita, because she feels like she has to keep checking it.
Yeah, she has
right?
to keep checking it.
But like if you went into it knowing, I'm gonna be with someone I can trust,
Yeah.
then there's no need for it.
Yeah.
There's no need for it.
So the girl who just does it to do it,
That's scary.
yeah, I would say. I mean, when you said all the time,
All the time. That she checks your phone on a daily. So that means tomorrow she's checking that phone tomorrow. That's what that means.
no,
Gross.
a red flag, guys. Stay away
Red
from that one.
flags. Take
Put
a
a red
big
flags.
Yeah, yeah.
Step back.
Step back.
Yeah,
Hijo de su.
Big
That's
old
a
step back.
lot.
Man, that can be. ¿Cómo se dice? Tóxica.
Yeah.
And you know, what's crazy here in San Antonio, you know who's got one because on the back of their big old mamalona trucks, it says, tengo una novia que es tóxica.
Yeah. And they're like so proud of it too.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
see, then maybe there's those guys who
Maybe
are like,
they're
no,
into
I
it.
Maybe they like it.
Yeah, maybe they like it. Maybe they're like,
Maybe they
she
like
cares
it. It's
about
because she
me.
cares
Yeah,
about me.
She loves me so much.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
A ver, quítate los lentes. Ay, me golpea, pero me gusta. She kissed me in line.
Because I was asking for it.
But what happened? No, it's porque she said I had a mosquito right here and she just wanted to swat it, but she did it with the closed fist. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me get the mosquito off real quick.
She did it with a lot of love.
She did it with a lot of love. Like, I felt it, but I really didn't know because I woke up and I was on the bed. I was like, Allah, we're just outside. Okay. So, red flag. Red flag.
Yes.
Ladies, please, don't be toxic, guys, okay? Don't do that. I get checking the phone, right? That's okay. Hey, whatever.
yeah,
do it.
every
That's all
once in a
right.
while.
You know, hey, once in a while, right? But on the daily, hey, cálmese, por favor. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Much.
All right. This is the last one, and I think the fellas need to pay attention to this one. You go out on a first date, and he doesn't pay.
Oh.
You go out on the first date, and he doesn't pay.
Oh, the first date's to impress.
It-
and
right?
they don't pay.
Yeah, man. For real.
The first date is crucial
Yeah.
because even if you go out and don't, I want everybody to hear me out. So there's a lot of girls who like to be wined and dined, meaning like, we're gonna go here for a first date. I thought you were taking me to Fogo de Chao. Then there's other girls who will they're happy if you take them to Olive Garden, Longhorn Steakhouse, Saltgrass. Like that's good enough.
Yeah.
So for the guys that are listening in, if you guys only have, I'm just saying, if you only have $100
Yeah.
and you know, like, you need to go and prepared, like, okay, if we're going to Saltgrass, como que me fregué, como que I'm gonna be washing dishes. So, you know, be a little bit more reasonable. Like, don't be scared. I don't know what it is like for guys to like, hey, where do you mind if we go out to Olive Garden? Like,
Yeah.
there's some girls that they're just happy with being taken out,
Yeah.
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Then you have other ones that are
Like they
Olive
want-
Garden.
Yeah.
What am I, your mom?
Yeah, it's like, well, we're not going to Fogo de Chao, and then after that, we're not going somewhere else. Like, what's going on? You're not taking me on the carriage ride? What's going on?
They,
the
want,
boats?
they want the whole experience.
They want the whole
They
experience.
want the whole experience.
And the thing is, when you go on a first date, it's like you're not gonna get a buffet. Okay, you're getting to know each other, know one another, right? So it is true what Maria just said. The first date is to impress, right? So look your best, but also too, like, hey man, like, ponte las pilas, like. If you already know what you're gonna pay, if you have to take out cash, take out cash and do what you gotta do.
It
You know what I mean?
depends on how much you like this girl.
Yeah, exactly. Now there's other girls that they don't like to be like, no, I'm independent. Y que I can pay for my own things. Y quién sabe qué. Hey, big dog, if that's what you got, mis aplausos. That means you're gonna save a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
Pero let's be honest. Do you think a girl wants to pay?
No.
Even if they do want to pay, no. They
At least for
they
the first date, like you said, if it's a serious thing.
yeah. If it's a
It's a serious thing. If you're like, no, like I want to get to know this girl,
yeah.
then
Yeah, if y'all been talking for months and then finally leads to the first initial date,
Yeah.
come on. Y'all already 6 months and luego finally y'all had the courage to, hey, you know what, let's go on a date already.
Yeah.
I'm already tired of just talking on the phone.
Yeah.
Y que you love me, let's fall asleep together. Y que FaceTime y estás dormido. Y que you fell asleep first. No, you hang up first. Y que if it's like that and you don't pay, come on, man. No.
You're
Come
telling me you're all
on.
talk?
Yeah, that's what it is. Puro bark, no bite. Puro bark, no bite. Son los perros que andan rah, rah, rah. Y luego you open the gate and
Right? Yeah.
So it's a red flag. It's a red flag. Because the guys need to it's you're initiating, you're showing her how much you care about her.
Yeah.
And then again, Maria's right. It's first impressions. That's what matters the most, right?
Yeah.
So first impressions, you go to interview just in jeans, or you go like
You go to impress.
you go to impress, ¿verdad? Y
Yeah,
luego después
I'm the
ahí
one
está,
to
yeah. Big, you already got the job. You go, all right, let me unbutton this pants already.
Yeah.
You know, I get it. So first impressions, they make a difference.
Yes.
So fellas, please don't come on, man. Pay for the meal. Pay for the meal, okay? Ponte las pilas. I'll buy you a pack of pilas from Dollar Tree, okay? Which, by the way, are $1.25. I'm sorry. $1.25. $1.25. Not $1 anymore, okay? But I'll buy them for you. So, perfect. Those are red flags. Thank you, ladies, for honest opinions.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out what we can do. I was like, man, what can we? I was like, ooh, red flags. Let's see what Maria Manola. Let's see what they have to say. And I know everyone that's gonna listen to that, they're gonna be like, let me see. Oh, really?
She's about the cheese.
Yeah, oh, wow, she likes cheese. I didn't know. Maybe we can chismear now.
I like to listen.
I like to listen.
Look, I hear it's a really great bonding.
There you go. It's a
Bonding
real.
to do.
There you go. Manola has a good excuse. If she takes a paper, I'm a writer. Okay, so whatever you tell me, I'm just writing because it can help me
This
and
is
give
for
me
inspiration.
ideas.
Yeah, it's inspiration.
Can give me some ideas. Okay, but start from the top. Start from the top. She did what? Okay, who said that? You. Okay, what was after that?
Yeah.
Perfect, man. I appreciate that. So, is there anything that maybe you ladies have coming up that maybe y'all want to say or maybe put out there? You have any events or any big other things coming up?
We have 2 markets we're going to be a part of.
Nice.
One of them is going to be, well, actually, they're both going to be at the Tobin.
Okay.
Tobin's going to have their 10-year anniversary.
Oh, nice.
September 21st. It's going to be a big market. They're going to have not a whole bunch of vendors. It's a small, it's because the one for the holiday market that they have a lot more vendors for that one.
Okay.
So we're doing both. So if you want to come out and get some art, we have, so the first one is September 21st, I believe. And then the one for the holiday market is the weekend after Thanksgiving.
After Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So both, you'll see like, not just us, but like a whole bunch of other makers.
Okay.
And it's a good time. I know for the anniversary, they're going to have a couple of interactive things to do and maybe even music. And for the holiday one, they have Santa come out. So it's cool.
Nice.
It's a nice event.
Nice.
Right now, we have on our website, manolaandmaria.com, workshops. So we have our fall and winter workshops. So if you're interested in learning the basics of screen printing, we're doing like certain Saturdays once a month to teach the basics of screen printing. And then we have some fun ones where it's like, it's making certain different things for like every month.
Okay.
And so, yeah, those are fun workshops if you're looking for something to do with your friends. It's on our website. And I think just the markets coming up, I think will be fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think
Perfect.
that's it.
That works. So, guys, if you guys are interested, you guys can head out there. Take your friends, your family, boyfriend, girlfriend, first date impressions. Ahí está. You can go there y luego puro arts and crafts y luego a comer.
Yeah.
Una hamburguesa de McDonald's for their collector's cup. I want to get one of those so bad, but everywhere right now it's like, they're like, oh, we don't have them. We're already out. It's like, y'all just came out with the thing like a couple of, how y'all out already? So what's going on?
It's when you go for a McFlurry and the machine's down.
Yeah.
Like, I came yesterday. It wasn't down.
I
You're
hate
lying.
that. I hate that. Especially, it's always broken at 9 o'clock.
Always.
Yeah, let me have. And what I hate the most is they let you go through the whole thing and they don't stop you midway.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, you know what? Let me have a double cheeseburger. Let me have let me have a hot and spicy. Give me a Big Mac, large fries. Give me a McFlurry. Give me 2 large ice creams. Y luego dame una large drink. Y luego, is that it? Yeah. The ice cream machine's broken. Pues dime algo, Juanito. Párame. Oh, sir, I'm sorry. You can't get the McFlurry. Okay,
Right.
Ice cream machine's broke down. It's like,
Yeah.
it's broken? Really? It's broken? Really? Let me go inside real quick. Let me go check.
Yeah. So like, you know what? I used to work here before.
Yeah, I used to work. So I was getting, let me go fix it for you real quick.
Right? I wonder what they would say. Like, where it's like, oh, well, you know.
Oh, you know what? You know what? It started working again. Oh, okay. All right. Sounds good.
Nice.
Sounds good to me. All right. No, but I appreciate you ladies coming. I know we've been messaging back and forth. We were able to talk to one another on the phone. So I really appreciate you ladies coming on, and then the partnership that we're about to do. It's crazy. We just talked about how we're linked with different people, and then we end up coming back together.
Yeah.
So I know that us doing something together is going to be something great. So I know I just came back from Cancun. I was in Cancun for about 2 weeks. So we're back. We're ready to go rock and roll for the rest of the year, which is crazy to me. Nomás falta 4 meses para Christmas. So it's...
Really?
It's like 4 or 5 months. We only need till like Christmas, Thanksgiving already. That's wild already. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. So, but yeah, as I always do, I like to take the time and just encourage everybody. We're already almost done with the year. We're almost done with it. And I know a lot of people have not made it through all the way. And I know some people go through hardships. They go through different things that they're facing. But I just want to let everybody know that is listening in. If you're going through anything, if you're going through any hardships, trust in the Lord. Have faith in Him. He can help you get through so many things in life. And I think what we tend to forget is that the blessings that we have just by the breath that we have in our lungs is a blessing from God above. That He lets us be able to wake up every morning and be able to do all the normal functions that we're able to do, because tomorrow, somebody might not wake up tomorrow, but you're going to wake up, right? But even at that, we're not promised tomorrow. So we need to be able to follow Him and open up our hearts to Him, right? Right now, the times that we're living in is crazy times. I don't want to sound like somebody that's going to be barreling down and try to shove anything down your throat, but the Lord is coming very soon. It says in His word that He will come. We're living in the last days. So we all must repent of our sins. We're all sinners saved by grace. I don't like anybody to feel that I'm better than anybody, because I'm a sinner just like anyone else. So we're all sinners saved by grace, and every single day I need more of Him and less of myself. And just focusing on Him and placing Him first, the rest will come, right? Your career, your businesses, whatever the case may be. Now, it's not an easy road, and I get that. It's because it's not easy to follow Christ, because we so easily tend to want to quit so easily because it's not going our way, when the man upstairs, God, has better plans for each and every single one of us. I'm super blessed to say that this studio here, I only got it because God allowed me to do it, and I continue to do my podcast because He allows me to do it. So I just wanted to take the time to do that, and just mention to you, Manola, to you, Maria, that that God loves you both, and I know that you know that. Like, I really do know that you know that, and God's got some crazy plans for both of you. He's giving you some great talents. Again, I do go to our church, so I'd invite you. That's what I'm gonna start doing with my guests. I'd invite you to my church. You guys are more than welcome to come. But guys, I appreciate you for tuning in today. This has been a fun one. Thank you again, Manola. Thank you again, Maria. Thank you for being chismosos and chismosas with me, right? Today on episode number 63. So guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. This is just a friendly reminder is that God loves you. Dios Te Ama. And we will see you on the very next episode.
Estás escuchando DeLoco Podcast.
Local podcast.